Transitioning. We're live! Alright, welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
This is episode 19, Ghoulish Gathering, Rise of the Star Lords. Leif is back tonight. Yay. Yay.
Ava finally checks her comm unit.
I don't know what that's going to do.
The prodigal person returns.
She's been
Ava
out
has
slaughtering
so many
goblins
messages.
in the woods.
But Ava has so many
Doing
messages.
whatever. I mean, they disappeared and Jacinto couldn't intervene in that curse, so...
Ava's just been out of range. 10,000 messages at once when she gets back.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
So, we've got an icebreaker question. We're... No shades, we're not in combat. This was post-combat. So we have an icebreaker. This was not submitted by anyone because we're very, very, very close to being out of icebreaker questions. And this is, what is your favorite magical or mythological animal and why? And let's start with Tom and Jacinto, because they were the one that said that they had thought about this a bit.
Yeah, I made a change this week and actually gave thought to our icebreaker question, and instead of answering it, on the fly. And I do think that Jacinto's favorite mythical creature is whatever it is that Artania is called now. Because Artania is definitely not an empathnid anymore. Or not entirely an empathnid anymore. So whatever he is, that's Jacinto's favorite thing. Favorite mythical creature.
Trying to have me FaceTime someone right now.
You're not. I mean, Dad, you're not doing anything important right now. Like, come on.
You're busy.
Not at all. Okay, so whatever Artania is now, which, as Artania is... Yes, Shades.
Comes to mind.
Spend your points with your heart, and a child can count as a pet sighting. I suppose Artania is a new species, and Jacinto would be the one that gets to name it. But we can move on to Lapis and Finn. Does Finn have a favorite magical or mythological creature, and why?
I mean, that's kind of a tough one, because, what counts as magical and mythological when you're in a fantasy / sci-fi setting?
I mean, anything that has the magical subtype, obviously.
Yeah, or a creature from legend that hasn't been confirmed to exist. So you could make up a creature.
Anything
honestly.
above CR10.
Yeah, anything above CR10. They're pretty rare.
Doggle.
I like chimeras. I think Finn would like chimeras too. And they're kind of a amalgamation of a couple things.
Nice. All right. What about Leif and Ava?
I closed that door.
That's an easy one. Ava's favorite mythological creature is the Gorgon, specifically Medusa.
Interesting.
Is there a logic?
Yeah, obviously. It's because she's super awesome man killer.
Okay. I actually almost went that way too.
I could get into the brutality of her character and the horrible fleam that happened to her in proper Greek mythology, but I'm not going to turn the first half hour into a Greek lecture. So
I think we can sum it up with the Greek gods like to victim blame.
Yeah. Ava just really likes that story and finds commonality in it.
All right. What about Nick and Lahan?
Jed, I have to commend you on your ordering this week, because my answer is going to stop the conversation. Unicorns.
That makes so much sense. so much sense. I was expecting something mechanical almost, like,
Nope.
an Endbringer or
Nope.
something, but I could definitely see
Unicorns.
unicorns.
Unicorns
All the
be
way.
deadly, though.
100%. It's true. They are deadly.
I feel like that's part of the reason that you've bonded with Shadow Mist. There.
Shadow Mist is cool, man.
All right. Well, last week, you left the sanatorium. You came to the farmlands after receiving a call from a farmer who had apparently come here with a large group of other neighbors in an effort to figure out what was going on because people had gone missing. They figured the source was Hambley's farm, and they were all brutally murdered and eaten, and he managed to get away. And you came in here and you found a scarecrow that was just a scarecrow. Then you found a scarecrow that was very much not a scarecrow, and it made a lot of noise, and it drew a crap load of other scarecrows that were not scarecrows. Turns out they were ghouls that had bits of their flesh turning into some sort of like organic metal, and they had like flashing lights underneath their skin following their arteries and blood vessels, and some weird stuff going on. And there was this big epic fight, and there's a lot of ghouls being turned to carbon and ash and chunks blown off of them, and it was a pretty long drawn out fight, pretty much taking the entire session. I still had fun with it. I hope you guys did.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
interesting
yeah.
having them run in at just random times depending on how far away they were.
I am still sad I didn't get to do my final explode, but 'tis our lives.
I'm very excited
we've
that
become quite-
Jacinto has begun.
Sorry, go ahead, Tom.
I'm just excited that Jacinto has begun his career as a battlefield general. So,
That is exciting.
Napoleon ain't got nothing on Jacinto's shortness.
General Jacinto,
True.
General Solo.
Where are you going?
I was going to say, we've become quite proficient in Ava's absence at killing things.
Big
true.
part because of the summoning spell.
I look forward to seeing all of this.
Ava's going to be proud
And real
when
quick,
she sees the murderers we have become.
real quick, Ava's level 5 now. Did you get anything cool?
Oh yeah, no, took care of all of that. Anything cool? No, actually, no. My second soldier fighting style skill was hot garbage.
Nice.
Why'd you pick
Yeah.
one that was hot garbage, Leif?
Because I don't have a choice.
Okay.
Oh.
Being
that
being
makes
an
me feel
ambushed
better.
fighting
Slightly
style.
less terrified. Because Miss Murder's back, or will be shortly. And we're going to come back in, and it's
Making a local
dark.
operative, I
And
guess.
there's these burning corpses, and there's a little bit of wheat that's maybe starting to smolder or catch fire. You got a Jeep or an exploration buggy with its headlights on, partially illuminating the area. And
The sweet.
Yeah, the space suite. This purple
Now
wheat.
you gotta say the P, Jet. Sweet.
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 Sorry,
Apparently
continue.
there's-
Thanks,
Oh.
I hate it.
If you're getting a slight echo
There's
of
a
the
slight
cats,
echo,
it's
Jet.
probably due to me, Shades, and I will throw headphones on.
Terrible. Just the worst.
Yeah,
I'm gonna deal with you,
plagued
Jet.
by technical difficulties, this show is.
I mean, yeah. I still pronking. I meant pronk.
It's fine.
I didn't hear the other word.
Alrighty.
How about now, Shades?
Hopefully that fixed it.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we were interrupted by Sweet and Echo. Quiet, see.
Much better. Excellent.
Oh.
Sorry, Judy was having a meltdown because I asked her to be quiet when she's getting a drink.
Just the worst father in the history of
I
fathers.
must slurp noisily, father.
It's more like
I
serving
have a
tablets.
mighty need for drink.
Guys, being small is hard.
Oh,
There are
being
just so many
small is
things you
hard.
don't know about the world.
All right, but yeah,
But slurping loudly
we've
helps.
got burning ghoul bodies, some just dismembered ghoul bodies, the partially lit
Lots of
up
cool bodies.
Y intersection there from the lights of the exploration buggy. I believe Lahan just felled the last ghoul on the back of Shadow Mist.
With Jacinto riding along. What is that? Is that
Sorry.
Sirenscape?
Yeah, it is a Sirenscape. You try to be subtle and you try to ease into the soundscape, and then you forget that the volume slider is like, "Bwah."
Well, and I'm on a different computer, so my sound settings aren't set up, and Sirenscape hadn't done anything, so I had it up really loud comparative.
Oops, sorry.
It sounded like a jet engine. I was like, wait, what?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I hate the opening of that track, but I like this track in general. Yeah. We just dropped the last thing.
I think we should check out those buildings over there.
Yeah. Jacinto will turn to the Lantern Archons as they are about to disappear, and you hear he speaks in this very musical language. He picked up Celestial at level 5, so he thanks the Lantern Archons for their service, and dismisses them back to the Celestial Plane. Is that where they come from in Starfinder? I don't know.
It is indeed.
Yeah. And they tinkle away with trails of music. All right. So, which building do we want to go to? I'm trying as I zoom out. Oh, A1. A1, I imagine. Yes, to the southwest.
Ben, you want to get the buggy?
Yeah. Finn will go jump in the buggy and bring that down.
We'll ride along on Shadow Mist. The bigger one first, I imagine? Although I guess if we're going sort of around, I guess we can go either way on this path or cut through the wheat field.
Oh, that big thing. If that big thing's supposed to be the buggy, I can't move it.
Oh, you can't?
Nope.
The oval?
Yeah.
I guess I should give it a go.
Oh, yeah,
Jacinto. Jacinto will
Or at
call
least
out
permission.
to Artania. Artania, hop in the buggy. There's no room up here.
Bug in the buggy.
Yes, giant bug. Get in the buggy. In the bigger bug.
We have to bug out.
This is my bug out buggy.
Yeah, and I suppose, we go around one way or the other.
And I'll just follow you guys because you got a head start.
Like
check the
this
small building
intersection. A2.
Yeah. Because, we're probably going to go, sort of south, right? And then turn down here and come back up the driveway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But either way,
Yeah,
we're
that makes
coming up
sense.
this driveway. So we're going to come to that one first. And it's sort of an outbuilding, it looks like.
Oh, I just moved all of us. Listen,
Nice.
Artania, come back.
Perfect.
I'm
Alright.
we're totally in the buggy. I just can't move it.
Yeah, that's fine.
You should be able to do it.
Oh, it's not vital. We can leave it where it's at, just
Yeah.
for time's sake.
Oh, nope, I got it. I'm
'Cause we're
picking up the
probably
buggy.
going to hop down.
Okay.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Da-da-da.
Donka.
All right. And before you see a farmhouse and an L-shaped barn. They're in good shape, but they the paint looks a little bit faded. They don't look like the people that live here necessarily care. They obviously take care of the property, they maintain it, but they don't go the extra mile to make it look especially nice or anything.
Okay. Well maintained, but still pretty worn.
Yeah. And on your way
Fair
here, you
enough.
ran across a couple more scarecrows, but they were just scarecrows, and I imagine you probably ran them over.
Oh,
one
yeah.
second. I heard my dog yelping. I'm gonna go check on that. I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
100% do that.
Understandable. Well, Lahan will swing down from Shadow Mist and help Jacinto down.
Oh, thank you.
Take the farmhouse or the barn first?
Well, we're closer to the farmhouse. Or is A2 the farmhouse or is A2 the barn?
A2 is the farmhouse. A1 is the
Yeah.
barn.
You said it was
Excellent.
an L-shaped barn,
Okay.
so I figured. You
Thank
never
you.
do know with these maps.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I
Let's
tried to be
let's
a
go to the
little
farmhouse
descriptive.
because we're closer.
You want to go to the
Alright.
farmhouse, you say?
Yeah, then I'll park the buggy outside. I'm gonna try that door.
Okay. Let's go to the farmhouse.
Oh snap!
Oh no, he's changing maps.
Oh, this one isn't as big.
No.
So much
it's
smaller.
It's significantly smaller.
I'm feeling
Oh,
awful
I can't
claustrophobic.
see anything. There we go.
And Leif, if at any time you feel is a good moment for Ava to step in, just feel free to do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I might have a good idea of what's gonna constitute a good Ava appearance.
So this door is sort of shut, but it's kind of hanging off the top hinge, cockeyed. So it's not shut all the way. It's just closed over and just a couple degrees of sag.
Okay.
Well, Finn said
Yeah, Finn's
he's
gonna go get that door. I'm the designated doorman of the group right now.
Mm-hmm.
I open the door. Does it fall off the hinges?
I mean, it opens and then, yeah, it kind of falls off the hinges.
Oh. We're in.
Well,
I step inside.
that's one way to make our presence known.
What do we see in here?
What do you see in here? Well, just one moment. Let me get back to the token layer so I don't do something incorrectly there. The inside of this farmhouse is in a real bad state. It smells foul. It smells like decaying flesh. If you look down the hall this way, can you see the ring?
Yeah.
You see blood spatter, and you see something laying on like the kitchen island that looks vaguely body shaped.
Oh gosh. Jacinto points down that hallway, wordlessly to Finn.
I'll rush
We're
down
not
that
telepathic
hallway
yet, so.
in case
And you
it's
can hear
alive.
the buzzing of flies.
Oh, I'll rush down that way
Ooh.
in case it's alive. I'm doubting it's alive though. Is it obviously dead?
It is not. You come across the mutilated remains of a male. I forgot what species I made them, so I'm going to just randomly generate it because I made a macro for this.
Put a lot of time into that macro, if I remember
A male
correctly.
Kyle. Someone from the plane of shadow was apparently a farmer on this moon. They have been mutilated in line with the other murders that you determined to be purposeful, and the Sahedron rune has been carved into their chest.
Oh,
There are flies buzzing
That's
around it,
weird.
maybe some maggots already starting to come out of the flesh as eggs have been laid.
mm.
Guys, this
There
guy's
is a fork stabbed into a piece of parchment on the chest, though.
Alright, I'm gonna pull that parchment up, and I'm also gonna call to my allies. Guys, this looks like it might be connected to the murders in town. It's got the same rune carved into it. And there's a note.
Oh,
Let me take a look.
I hand the note off to Jacinto.
Okay, and I'm showing you a note right now.
Seeing it. Take the fever into you, my love. It shall be but the first of my gifts to you, your lordship.
that's the same signature as that other note we found. The one for Finn.
Mm. Yeah.
Anybody else have a bad
Also,
feeling about this?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And Finn's name is written on the note was folded, and Finn's name was written across the front of it.
Oh no!
Doing my my real name. Writing Finn.
Whatever.
The first one had my real name on it. I'm just curious.
Yeah, it would have been your real name.
Which makes it even weirder, because I would tell very people that.
Told us your real name?
Finn is Finn's middle name. I actually did tell you guys with the first note we found. Because then
that's right.
Right.
That tracks.
What the heck would they be doing out here in the farmlands? Like, what, 3 hours from wherever we came from?
Town.
Heroes
of...
Sandpoint,
It was multiple hours from the
Sandpoint.
sanitarium, and the sanitarium was multiple hours from Sandpoint. So it'd be
so maybe they're traveling.
This direction out here, is this the same direction as Foxglove Manor?
It's not far off the Foxglove River. I can just take you briefly, if you would like, to the map of the hinterlands, or I could just give you a description.
You can just describe it.
Okay, I will do that. So there's a little bit of a forest to the south. This is the most southerly and westerly of the farmlands, and then there's Foxglove River. And if you followed Foxglove River west, it would go on probably a number of hours, just because there's not a good or solid road to make things easy. You would get to a cove, and on a cliff overlooking the entrance to the cove is where Foxglove Manor would be.
Okay.
I mean, Finn did a bunch of digging. You would know this stuff off the top of your head. Like, you dug into a bit of Foxglove Manor. I gave you some of that history.
Yep, that's why I was just curious if this was that direction or not.
Yeah, I mean, it's on the way.
Okay.
All right. So the murderer seems to be traveling, right? Because they've been going in this. We found murders in Sandpoint that had this Sahedron rune, similar, killing, and then at the sanatorium we found them, and now here. Where could they be going?
Well, chronologically, this has been a couple weeks, so you might not remember. Chronologically, the most recent murders were at the material processing plant in Sandpoint. A couple days prior to that, they had found the dead bodies in a farmhouse out in the hinterlands. And then prior to that, this weird stuff would have been happening that was now brought to your attention. So it seems
so it's actually it's the opposite.
Yeah, it seems like he was working. He or they or them or she were working possibly from Foxglove Manor to Sandpoint.
Troubling. Okay.
And I would like perception checks.
Yes.
Perception checks.
I do that. I got a 29.
Let's see.
Let me real quick.
Juan is not going to be a 20.
Literally, let's
zoom
see.
in on this map a little bit for make it a little bit easier for people. It should look a little bit nicer. All right, 29.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother.
All right.
I don't think I can even get that high.
As you guys are down here talking through this and figuring out a timeline of these deaths and whatnot, and reading the note, you hear some faint creaking of the floorboards coming above you, but not necessarily directly above you. Just like the second story, you hear some floorboards creak. Maybe the hinge of a door opening or closing slightly.
Jacinto will tell Artania to in a hushed voice, Artania, go back down this hallway and he directs Artania down the hallway to the south, and directs Artania to sort of keep guard as he says to the others, I heard a noise upstairs. I think so. I think we might not be alone.
We better go check it out.
All right.
The stairs are back in the front, correct? I'll pop my head around the corner.
Yeah, just where we came in.
Alright, I'm gonna try to move quietly. I'm probably gonna do terrible at it. Oh, hey. I am not terrible at moving quietly.
Not bad at all.
19 on the die.
Finn is a sneaky sneak going to these stairs.
That is pretty good, yeah.
Does anything get in my way from just wandering all the way over the stairs?
Nope, not at all. Nothing gets in your way. And if you would like to make
Artania follows Finn.
Okay, well, I will move you to the second story staircase map.
Okay.
Oh, nice. I got a 21 for moving up the stairs stealthily.
Nice.
Okay. Super quiet.
Quit.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a crowded map. And Finn,
Whoops.
make a perception check
Stop
as
right
you
there.
step out of the staircase.
Okay. 13.
Okay.
I'm quiet,
so
but not very observant.
you are going to be surprised, and we will go into initiative as someone was hiding around the corner.
I feel like we both
no.
were surprised because I was being quiet.
Actually, no, that's true. We're just going to do a standard round. That doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we'd look at each other and be like,
You
oh!
were super sneaky.
Nice.
Initiative 14. Not
So
14.
what is this thing? It looks gnarly.
So I've got Lahan, Jacinto. I do not have Finn
I'm doing the button.
Okay. Sort in descending order. And again, Leif, whenever you feel like it would be appropriate for Ava to come in.
Turns out it's actually been Ava doing all the murders.
Yep,
That's
this
why
whole
she-
time.
This is actually
Yeah.
Ava.
Aw, you gave away my secret.
Lahan gets to respond first, but you're unaware of anything, really.
The curse has gotten worse.
Because you're down the staircase.
She's just murdering things for funsies.
I mean, technically, yes, I think. Goblins.
Well,
Mm.
fair enough.
Would you
What
like
does
to-
Lahan do on her
Would
turn?
you like to continue up the stairs?
Oh man. I'm gonna hold my turn until probably after Finn.
Okay, when I see him, I want to take a free action and yell, "There's something up here!" What do we see, by the way?
You see a hulking, malformed figure.
Gross.
This looks like someone who is much further along their journey into undeath than the people that you found out in the fields. More of them has been replaced with this almost organic, metallic material. They have bladed claws growing out of their fingertips. Their fingers are longer and spindlier and spidery. Their jaw structure has been altered so that they could open it wider, almost snake-like, in that they could probably just unhinge it. They have more of those lights flowing through their circulatory system, lit brightly enough to be seen, and they look real far gone. And they were standing there, crouched down, and they had like a claw ready to strike.
Well, so it's my turn then.
It is Jacinto's turn.
Okay. Jacinto, hearing Finn call out, is going to say, Artania, go find it. And sends Artania in. Artania.
Artania's like a spider dog.
Yeah, basically.
Such a good spider dog.
Artania skitters past Finn and then sort of like almost spins out a little bit as he turns around rapidly when he senses the creature behind the thing. Does a wide turn and comes in for the bite.
I imagine it does that kind of like spider view up thing, but it's actually adorable with Artania.
Yeah.
That will miss.
Yeah, that's only a 13 to hit. I feel like that's too
We do
low
have a
though, but I'm
+1.
gonna look into that.
There's a +5 on that.
Artania's probably not worth spending the +1 for. He's a good boy, but I think the +1 we should save. And then Jacinto will step up next to Finn, but otherwise will not do anything else on his turn.
Okay. It is the creature's turn. The creature is...
Actually, can I stop delaying and be before the creature?
Sure.
Changed my mind. I would like to be before the creature. I'm gonna move around to this far corner, as far as I can go. Probably like here. And I will combat track it as a second move action, and that will be it.
Okay, and then it'll be its turn.
Swift action to pull a new battery, probably.
And it wants to move. It doesn't like where it is, and it's an acrobatics to get. I think it's going through Artania Square. I know Artania's small.
20 plus 1.5 times CR.
So 27. If it fails, is it stopped?
It doesn't matter because
yes.
20 plus. Did you say 20 plus 1.5 times CR?
Yeah. See, the DC for Artania is going to be 27 exactly.
Yeah. So I think that passes. Yes.
It rolled very poorly. It does not make that. Does that stop it, or does that just trigger an attack?
It stops it.
That's lame that it doesn't trigger an attack.
Weird. I feel like it would trigger an attack. Because it failed. Don't like that. That's got to be a move action, if I'm remembering correctly.
It is a move action. And I think it doesn't trigger an attack because you end up trapped and wasting your move action.
Okay. So, in frustration, it will slash down at Artania, and Hero Lab is still having errors, so 18 plus 8 will be 26 to hit.
Oh. Uh-huh.
There you go. There's the info on that.
5, so 9 bludgeoning.
9 damage to Artania. Ouch. Okay.
And I need Artania to make a fortitude save. I should have done this first.
You know, Artania's not good at fortitude saves. Oh, but
Good
that's
enough.
a 19.
That's good enough.
Yes!
Artania sort of freezes up slightly for a second and then continues moving. And it's Finn's turn.
Oh no.
That's not good. That thing's got cover for me right here from that corner, correct?
Probably a tiny bit.
Well, because if it didn't have cover, then it would have attacked of opportunity to Lahan, so I figured it can't get us.
No,
one.
it hadn't gone yet.
Oh, okay. You don't get one until you go?
Yeah.
Oh, cool roll. Well, I'm gonna grab my gauntlet off out of my moat, seize it on my shoulder, envelop my hand in darkness, and I'm going to attempt to full round attack that guy, and I'm going to photon attune as well.
Okay.
10 probably misses. Does a 23 get?
23 hits, 14 damage. That takes a big bite out of this person. You slam into them with your gauntlet. It's like a black hole wrapped around your fist, effectively, and parts of their anatomy sort of twist and rip and break as you slam your gauntlet covered fist into them. And it is Jacinto's turn.
Okay. Jacinto is going to ask Artania to attack again. I'm also debating whether I want to spend a Defrex hide on this fight. Probably not. But it is preventative healing, and Jacinto's got Artania's got this thing fenced in. I'm going to do it. I'm going to blow that spell slot. So Jacinto reaches over. You see a little leafy hand, boop, around the corner into Artania, and now Artania is spikier and has DR5 and Lashback 5.
Nice.
Artania then goes for the bite.
No.
This is not a full attack.
Oh no.
That's a 22 for 6 points of piercing damage.
Ouch. That hurts.
Go, Artania, go.
You need to stop
Yeah.
No.
That should
don't
be
stop.
one more. For some reason, the macro is not right. Is a D4 plus 5, not a D4 plus 4. So total of 7 damage instead of 6. And I end my turn.
All right. Having combat tracked it on the last round, I'm just going to, you know what? We're going to try and full round shoot it. I can do that with this gun, right? It's not a wieldly. It is! I will take one shot with my plasma bolter.
Get some.
Roll 20 will roll someday. Oh, that's a 9 or a 10, but still bad.
It twitches its head to the side at the last minute as that bolt of plasma just narrowly misses.
That's a natural toot.
Wow, we were in sync. Nice work.
Yes, well done. Like I really have anything else to do with my move action. I build a barricade. I haven't done that in a while. I build a
That's a
barricade.
neat trick.
It is a neat trick. All right, that's it for me. I passed my turn.
All right. It's the creature's turn now, and it snarls at you, and it's going to. Seeing Finn as the larger threat, it's going to attempt to lash out and bite at them twice.
Good.
And Finn's going to get a +2 to their armor class, so this is going to be unlikely to hit. So it's going to be 2d20s and +4 to each. So 17, so 21, and 17. So 21 and 17 versus KAC.
21 meets.
+2.
Well,
your
if it's
KAC +2.
then it does not meet.
And it's Finn's turn. Finn is narrowly protected by the door jam.
I'm going to continue photon attuning, and I'm going to try to punch him 2 more times.
Get him.
Nat
See?
20.
Get him works.
And a 15.
Oh.
You tell us how you destroy it with your first punch.
It goes to bite me and gets stopped on the door jam, and while it's got its mouth open, I get it in the open mouth of my gauntlet and like just destroy its jaw in the back of its skull.
Okay. And as you jam your fist into the back of its skull, and its head just kind of explodes into little bits, the body slumps to the ground, and a chain with a crystal key tumbles to the ground at your feet.
Hmm.
Culture checks.
I'll pick it up.
It is a crystal key inscribed with a heraldic symbol of a curious-looking flower. Now,
There's a symbol on it.
translator's note, not a symbol of herald from season 1, but a heraldic symbol.
Different herald.
Um,
That's
different.
a 31 culture check. Do I know that symbol?
okay, so the three of you know this symbol. Lahan, just because they were on the moon for almost the Foxglove family was on the moon almost as long as Sandpoint's been around, even if they settled somewhere else. It's the Foxglove family symbol. Jacinto's been doing research and looking into things and sort of figures that out. You've stopped in many places, and I'm sure you've been to Magnamar a couple times at least. And Magnamar Station, like the Foxglove family has some a place that they live there and they do business there. They have offices, and Finn, you recognize it immediately because you've been tailing him,
Digging around.
looking into his past,
Stalking Aldern Foxglove.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stalking him.
That's what you get. If you're creepy, you get stalked.
So the three of us look at each other knowingly.
Foxglove.
That's probably where they were coming from then. The manors, actually, if you keep following the river down.
Well, and Foxglove was obsessed with you, Finn.
Oh no,
Yes.
you don't think. Oh, gross.
No.
He's writing you like creepy murder love letters?
At about this time, I think you hear the sound of Shadow Mist, like making excited noises, and Lahan probably gets some pretty excited, like a sense of excitement and happiness coming through your link.
Huh.
And if Lahan looks over her shoulder and down and outside through the window she's standing in front of, I feel like
Perfect.
she's probably, if you're cool with this, Leaf, gonna see Shadow Mist pinning Ava to the yard and just licking her hair again.
Her hair is apparently delicious.
Because this is a
Not the
thing
name
that
of
Shadow
it,
Mist has
that's
been
what I
doing. The
know.
whole time you were in a fugue state, she was licking your hair he was licking your hair real hard.
Ava is
Right.
hoarding that hair. She hasn't let any of us lick it yet.
Gross. Sure.
Yeah.
I don't want you to keep waiting for that perfect
Yeah.
moment that may not come. I want you in the game.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, we got like an hour and 15 minutes left.
That is what is happening.
Oh,
Yes.
guys, Ava finally caught up with us.
Oh, about time.
Well, it's
Lahan will
about
knock on the
time.
glass to get Ava's attention and wave.
Ah.
Motion to come up here.
Shadow Mist lays down and keeps licking.
Mentally, Lahan says, Shadow Mist, let her go.
You sense great reluctance.
We need her. Come on, you can lick her more later, I promise. This is all telepathic, now that you can hear it.
You just see Shadow Mist sort of snort, and then, like a dog doing a thing that it doesn't want to do, but it's doing it because it loves you, but you can feel every little bit of reluctance in it. They stand up and they move to the side, and then they sort of plop down with that look
Good
of...
Shodalash too. Who's a good Shodalash too?
Just that
Shadow Mist is a good
indignant
Shodalash too.
flop down
Yes,
that
yes.
dogs can do.
Does a telepathic head scritches
Scratching the brain.
tell Shadow Mist he is a good Shodalash too.
It purrs.
Well,
It does a giant reptilian purr.
Well, Ava, welcome back.
Yeah.
Ava, where have you been? We've been texting you like crazy. There were
Ava-
killer scarecrows out there, and you weren't here.
as Ava comes walking up the stairs, you notice a couple of things different about her. One, she has taken on a noticeably paler look since the last time you saw her. Also, there's a string of goblin ears around her neck.
Okay.
But yeah,
Expected nothing less.
she comes upstairs and she actually has along with those goblin ears some ghoul trophies as well. It seems that she was perhaps in a different part of the field aiding without your realizing, and she just kind of says, I've been watching. Also yeah, she pulls a smashed comm unit from out of her poncho.
Well, that would explain some things.
I may have dropped it. And she just kind of hands it back to whichever one of you gave it to her.
Darn it, Ava takes the comm unit.
A cliff?
She says she may have
Fixes
dropped
the
it.
comm
Lahan
unit.
looks at it and instantly can tell that it was smashed with a tool of some sort.
He then puts it back together.
You
Oh,
put-
it's only a
you put the comm
29.
unit back together. It's not.
And hands it back to Ava. Don't break it this time.
And she just kind of
we
looks
catch
at it,
Ava.
slightly annoyed.
Oh, go on. We catch Ava up to speed on what we've been doing, which, in a nutshell, has been murders started happening. You weren't around for that. Murders started happening. It looked like it was the work of a serial killer that had, or a copycat, because the serial killer was from like a case like years and years and years ago when the sheriff was a deputy, right? And then we tried to hunt down the now sheriff asked us to work for him again as deputies. We tried to hunt down the murderer, which led us to Habe's Sanatorium. Habe's Sanatorium turned out to be full of bad guys, and so we killed everybody there. Except
we fought our way.
the
We
old
fought our way
people.
out with the patient that we assumed was being abused, and then we came back later, and they were dead.
Okay, that's true. We killed a lot of people there, though. That was a bloody fight.
We killed a bunch of
We
zombies.
saved some
yeah.
old people upstairs.
We did. We saved the old
Yeah.
people.
Yep. And then we got the call for this. And that's what's happened. All of it seems to be linked by this Sahedron rune. And also, we just had the revelation that maybe it's Foxglove. Like,
He's been leaving
maybe
creepy
Foxglove
letters.
is writing creepy murder letters to Finn.
Finn.
Because he was always sort of fond of Finn and me, but not as much of me once Finn showed up, which now I'm even more glad.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Well,
So that's all of it.
it is creepy, but
Just kind of nods in agreement, like, this is very concerning. I always thought that Foxglove was a little odd, but I didn't think he would be capable of anything like this, kind of like turning the letter over in her hand.
Right? He just seems
Well-
sort of creepy, not like murdery.
I mean, Foxglove is part of the reason I came here in the first place. That doesn't surprise me.
He is?
Well,
Is he?
I came to the moon following some leads on a cult. I have reason to believe that Foxglove might be involved, so I've actually been staking out his manor and following around a bit since I've been here. He's
Huh.
not good people, as you all might have gathered.
Well, now, yeah.
We
This would have been good to know before.
Well, I wasn't sure if he was up to anything, and to be fair, I just met you guys when I came to town.
Well, you told us now, and now we can help. Should we look for more evidence?
That's true. Yeah.
Should check out the other house and maybe even go up to Misgivings, the manor. See what's
Alright.
up there.
We
This
should probably
key
check that
opens
there's
something.
probably check that there's no more icky undead waiting to come back and murder people.
Yes, we did promise that farmer
Yeah.
we would take care of this.
Yes, you can do that.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
Make perception checks.
Oh no. Terrible perception
Oh,
checks.
I'm just gonna let that be.
Yeah.
I got a 29.
Yeah. Jacinto
Ava,
sees
go.
all.
I like playing wisdom-based characters. What can I say? I
Ava
guess.
closed her character sheet. Oh no, Ava only has a +2 to perception. Expect anything from Ava.
As I said, Jacinto
no,
sees
I'm-
all.
Playing a
Which is
soldier.
funny because Jacinto's short.
Yeah.
So, this makes some sense as you're the closest to the floor. You guys are moving around, searching, moving some things, and Jacinto, you step on one floorboard and it sort of teeter-totters ever so slightly, where none of the other floorboards did this. Because again, this place was
That's
well maintained, but they didn't go the extra mile to make it especially nice. And
Mhm.
you sort of pry
So-
at it a little bit, and you pull up that floorboard, and underneath the floorboard, this was in the master bedroom, is it's a stout wooden coffer. Looks as though it was probably made just from materials found on the property in an effort to save money, possibly, because it's not super finished, but it's a well made, well fitted, wooden coffer, but like there aren't any flourishes to it. It's probably not even like varnished or anything. And it's locked with just a crude lock, just a padlock. Very little effort on any of your guys' parts, and you could probably just smash that off. And within it are leather pouches, a whole bunch of tiny little leather pouches, each one containing 100 UPBs, and there's a total of 3,400 UPBs in this coffer.
Dang.
wow.
So it's like a whole bunch of
The
little
life
dice
savings.
bags full of UPBs.
Yeah.
That's been the life savings of the people who lived here.
Which it seems like an excessive
That's-
amount of money to be in savings when they obviously sort of ignored creature comforts in the house. Like
A
it
lot
was
of
obviously,
necessities. Or
yeah, they basically
not
just
necessities.
they built the house out of local wood. It did have wiring. It does have electricity. You can turn light switches on and off if you want, that sort of thing. But it's not like made out of fancy like space age plastic that's going to last 1,000 years, or poured concrete, or anything that would be more pricey up front but would literally last generations. This is it's a wooden house that's going to require a lot of work in the long run and cost more in the long run.
Jacinto puts the board back in the floor and then like wobbles back and forth on it again, because that's a pretty significant dip in the floor, I imagine, for Jacinto. He feels that a lot more than the others probably do. So he spends a moment rocking back and forth on it, and then collects himself.
I imagine that's just fun.
What? Oh yeah, no. What should we do with the UPBs then?
I'd say keep them.
This was their life savings, but yeah, I don't know if anybody survived that lived on this farm.
And
Really,
maybe it's not life savings. Maybe it's not blood money, but like bribe money. I don't know. Maybe they're in on the weirdness.
Turn it over to the sheriff.
oh
He'll know what to do with it.
yeah,
Ah.
yeah,
I suppose.
yeah. All right. Do we see anything else in the house?
Nope. The house is trashed on the interior. There was definitely a fight. But you found the farmer's, mutilated body, and you found probably signs that there were more people in the house at one point, but there aren't any more. You found some more bloodstains in the dining area on the first floor.
Huh.
Well, I
Looks to be about
suppose we
the
should
same
check the
age.
barn.
Oh, yeah.
Check
Yeah,
the
definitely.
barn. We can go to the barn.
We can go to the
Ooh.
barn? We can go
Let's go
To the barn.
to the barn
Ah.
today.
today. Oh, no. Oh, okay. I can see again.
I was copying
Jen, I
and
couldn't help
pasting.
but notice all of our visions seem to be different colors.
I think I gave the basic dark vision a slightly blue tint, and I think I gave Jacinto's a slightly red tint because it was infrared,
Okay.
and it's dark vision. It's night out, and they have
Mm.
not turned on the
Mhm.
exterior lighting. And I know there's a big black.
Okay.
Let me move the. That's weird.
Ghoul. Yes.
So this is turning out weirder than I thought. When I did the map in the Dungeon Painter Studio, for some reason it made a portion of the background that should have been transparent just black. So
Huh.
it looks like you're seeing a black square with a little bit of a line around it. That's actually just the building is L-shaped. That's a covered part where they could maybe park like a tractor or something, but like out of the elements. But it's not inside. And up here,
Oh,
you
no,
see
we brought
where
the
some
ghoul
barn
with
doors
us.
are, and over here you see where some barn doors are.
Just dragging the dead body, no bigs.
Just keeping it as a trophy.
The ghoul
I do
token
like
came
trophies.
along. Yes.
Oh, I didn't mean to bring that body.
That's okay.
It's fine. We explained
Forget
it.
about
It's
it.
all right, someone tank, you go
How many
first.
minutes would you say have passed, Jet? Because Artania had Defrex
you
hardiness on him,
talked-
which lasts 6 minutes.
You talked for a little while. You found Ava and brought her up to speed. So it might just be gone, because I'm assuming it took more than like a couple minutes to let Ava know what was going on. You guys all talked.
And then we searched the house.
She spent time fixing the comm unit. Then
Yeah,
you
it
came over
sucks,
here.
but it is logical.
The plight of a spellcaster. I knew I
Yeah.
shouldn't have spent that spell
But,
slot. While we were in there, I'll also say that Jacinto spent his first level Mystic Cure spell gem on Artania.
Okay.
Just so, because he's down enough hit points that it makes sense.
Actually, you want me just to medicine Artania?
Sure.
If we're going to take some
Only
time?
takes a minute.
We can save some resources here. 24. That's 2d8, right?
You're thinking Pathfinder. In
I
Starfinder, you
am.
get less hit points back for a medicine check. It is your level, period. If you had hit
Well, you get-
25,
Artania
it
gets
would've
5
been-
anyway.
Yes, thank you. Which
Hey, we got +1.
that's enough to not.
Cats,
Yeah.
Drunk Ninja, give us +1. We could take it to give Artania more healing.
This was not a dire. Oh well, you
It is a
could
die roll.
add.
So the medicine
Oh yeah,
check,
yeah.
we
The
could add,
medicine.
make it a 25.
I was thinking.
Yeah, thanks,
Hit
Fat
points.
Drunk Ninja.
And then you would add your intelligence modifier, I believe.
Which
Oh,
is.
so Artania has all their hit points back. It's like +6.
What's your intelligence modifier?
My intelligence modifier is 5.
Nice. That is too shy of full health. Very
Oh.
exciting. Thank you. Yeah, Artania's a beefy boy. He's got 55 hit points max.
Nice.
Leif, quick question.
Um,
more
Does
than me.
Ava have dark vision due to something?
Hold on.
Ava has, of course, torn her eyeballs out, correct?
Because I feel like you might have the armor upgrade.
Or have the armor upgrade.
Not everyone can tear their
Armor
eyeballs
upgrades
out.
only 2.
Everyone can tear their eyeballs out.
But
It's
not everyone
absolutely
does it.
allowed.
Besides, Ava's gotta keep her creepy, cursed, bloodshot eyes.
Yeah, Ava has the armor upgrade.
Okay, there we go. Oh, that's not the color I wanted. There. I gave
who's going
Ava
first?
vision. You should be able to see better now.
Either Ava or Finn.
Go on then.
Bahan looks between the two of you.
Where's the door on this map? I can't see it.
There are two doors. Sorry, it's a little confusing. There's one up here towards the top of this L, and then at the other end of the L, there is a door you can see. And if you guys will make perception checks.
Wait.
I
We just
love
made a
perception
perception check.
checks. 25.
I mean, I'm not great at them, but I'll. No, you're gonna beat me.
I go to this
Didn't
one
you
up here.
take the
No.
mechanic trick that gave you a
I guess
bonus to
I-
perception checks?
I did. It doesn't always help. Actually, that's a 26.
I mean, you get
bad.
a
You
pretty
beat
big
Hincinto.
bonus to perception. You have a plus
I
9.
9.
Yeah, plus 9 ain't bad.
It's not a plus 17.
I don't see one from Ava, but everyone that's rolled them, you hear sort of like meaty, sort of tearing, slurping sounds, and then like chewing, like open mouth.
Oh. Oh no. No, that's bad. That's bad sounds.
Suppose we should be.
Okay, well, Jacinto then definitely casts Defrex Hardiness on he'll boop Ava this time. Ava, have Defrex Hardiness. It gives you DR5 and Lashback 5.
I suppose you could have initiative, Jet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just this once.
We know what's coming. This is not a surprise.
No. Lahan gets in, follows Finn, to back him up with her plasma bolter.
Having heard that slurping, I'm gonna have pulled out my gauntlet.
Space fight music.
Yes.
Would Ava like to do initiative?
So many ghouls on this
No,
farm.
Ava doesn't fight.
No, Ava
How about
is a
had it with these mother
pacifist.
pronking ghouls on this mother pronking farm?
No, see, now that I've cast Defrex Hardiness on Ava, she's just not going to get attacked. That's how this works.
Yeah.
Ava forgot to click. Bad turn. Oh no!
I just
was
clicked
not
back to
updated.
chat.
There we go.
Oh,
Descending order.
that's why we keep you around, Shades.
All right, so Ava.
Now it's stuck in my head.
You might not have heard it, but your companions have informed you that they hear sort of a wet, meaty ripping and tearing and slurping. And based on what Roll20 is showing me that you can see, you see that little red doodle at the top up there? That is the ravaged remains of a livestock creature of some sort. Some sort of space cow or space cow analog.
It's a lovely drawing. We're gonna put it right here on the fridge.
Battle? No, I think cows in space are just cows.
It's a space cow. It's a
Spouse.
Well, Ava is going to sneak, quote unquote, into the room. Oh dear.
By sneak, do you just mean nonchalantly walk in?
I mean, she bends the knee. She crouches.
She attempts to sneak.
Yeah.
You bend
I'm gonna
the
move
knee.
myself
who?
to here for now, and just wait while I roll that stealth check. Because I'm seeing
I don't know. I
things.
don't think you have cover where you just moved to. I think you just stepped right out in front of
Oh,
one.
okay. Well, I see that one there, right?
You do, yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna finish my last 5 feet of movement and move on into
You're
it.
like, sneak, sneak, sneak. Oh no!
Sneak!
Attack! So much for the snake.
That
And
definitely
the classic, the totally not cursed red star plasma doge code just materializes in her hands, and she goes for a slash.
And the slash does indeed happen. You whip it, probably in a near vertical upward sweep, ripping across this ghoulish scarecrow's chest, and it shrieks. And when it shrieks, there's a chorus that echo it. There's about 5 more that just reverberate around the interior of this barn.
Nice.
One of them you were 100% aware of, which was on the other side of that cow that you saw as you were walking up. And then the other one was across the aisle in another stall. It's if any of you have watched Tremors 2, whatever noise the shriekers make, that's what this sounds like.
That's it. Set it on fire.
Oh lord.
Yeah, get out of
Don't.
that barn. We're just gonna burn it down.
And it's if that's the rest of your turn, it's actually the scarecrow in front of you's turn. And it's
Is
gonna
it? I don't think we should let it have a turn.
it's gonna try and bite you twice. Come on, cooperate. Roll 20. It's not cooperating. Okay.
Oh.
No, it's not. I was just
Yeah.
trying to do the slash roll 1d20 plus 4. I'm assuming neither of those hits your KAC, as its teeth probably scrabble across the hardened carapace of your armor and it just slobbers all over you.
Indeed it does.
Literally a carapace.
I think the carapace was not turned into armor. I think it was just turned into those hand axes.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
And it's Sinto's turn. You hear those shrieks,
all right.
just that unearthly howl. Just 6 of them.
I'm
one
thinking
after
ring
the other.
wraiths. So hearing ring wraiths in the distance, legally distinct. Please don't sue us, Tolkien Estate. Ring wraiths.
Chorus wraiths.
Jacinto, yes, is going to begin a full round summoning action.
Oh no! Please no! Stop
No
that.
reason in particular. I think it's time to even the odds. You know.
Yeah, we're outnumbered.
See. Yeah, totally,
Are you?
totally.
4, 5, 6.
We heard 5 more, and there's 2 here.
1,
That's
2,
7 of
3,
them
4,
and 4 of us.
5. Shadow Mist doesn't fight.
Ava
Arcania sort of
walked into the
fights.
stall of the one. It shrieked. Then 5 more echoed it. So 6 total.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
That's still outnumbered.
That is all my turn.
I don't like these pumpkin heads. They're creepy.
Not too hard to kill though.
Mm.
But
And
they're
again,
creepy.
they're very seasonably appropriate.
They are.
Finn, it is your turn.
Alrighty. Well, hearing all of those shrieks, I'm going to photon attune. So my gauntlet, which I summoned as I was opening the door, starts picking up little specks of light. There's a wall right ahead of me, yeah?
I mean, immediately in front of you, yes. There is like a 10 or 15 foot wide opening to your diagonal left.
Yeah, let's try and get him inside.
Yeah, wait. Oh, okay. Come on, do the thing. Could I potentially charge this one? Can I see this one?
You can see it. It's not hidden. It's me not cooperating with Dungeon Painter Studio properly, and it gave a black background where it should have been transparent.
But would this be a legal charge?
I
Or
don't
nah?
think so, because you'd be running into the corner of that barn there.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. It was wishful thinking. I figured no, but had to ask. You might have said yes. I'll go 5 feet this way, and then how far is it over here? 30. And then 35. I'm gonna punch it.
Nice.
Yes.
Get that pumpkin head.
15.
That will hit, actually. And
Nice.
you almost end this thing with one solid hit.
So close.
If you had 2 +1s, you could just destroy it.
You know a punch, and it's like hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, you punch out, and your gauntlet rips through its torso out the other side, and the gravity field from your gauntlets just twisting and warping its flesh, and it's just screaming in agony. Its shriek that it was doing, the pitch increases as it starts turning into a pain-filled shriek rather than a hungry shriek of a hunter.
Nice.
And I got another one. Let's see. Boop. Let's double move and get up in Finn's face.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Come flank me.
And it's Lahan's turn.
All right. Well, Lahan will level a shot at the one coming sort of under that awning bit there through the tractor shed with the plasma bolter. Not a full attack. Can't do that with this weapon. Ah, it's a fail. And then she'll move into the barn. Get closer to her friends here.
I did not get Lahan's die roll. Is it just me?
30.
I didn't see it either.
I see
I'm
it.
not seeing it.
It might just be taking a minute. It's an ad one. It missed.
Okay.
So Lahan tries to take a shot, but in a panic misses, and then heads inside.
Yeah, I just got
So
that
this
die
should
roll
have-
now.
Yeah.
All right. You
So what
shot, you ran
happens
its
when
side.
your wireless card dies on you?
And now the ghoul that was, elbow deep into this space cow, ripping out its innards and just sort of just mowing down. It looks up and it throws its clawed hands to the side, and just hurling bloody entrails and meat bits all over, dripping in gore. And it's going to leap over this cow, and it's going to perform a charge to get to Lahan. And then I believe
Well, that
that
doesn't
leaves
seem
me
very
the
mindless. That was
opportunity to make
closer.
a melee attack, which would be a claw. Not plus 87, plus 8.
Ah.
And its
That'd be
armor
sick.
class will get even lower as a consequence. A 13 will probably miss your KAC.
Yeah, that'll miss.
That's poops. And this one is going to...
It also now has a penalty to its AC because it charged.
-2, I believe.
Hopefully Ava will
Yes.
murder it for me.
And then
Probably.
the one immediately in front of Finn is going to just attempt to bite Finn twice.
Make sure you give it a spanking bonus.
Oh,
not that it
then that would have
matters.
been 18 and 13, and I would still miss.
Nah.
I need to basically get a 20, and so I'm gonna do that as much as I can. I'm gonna make as many die rolls as I can. It's Ava's turn.
I mean, Casey's only 21. You could get me.
Yeah, I know, but the 20 is more exciting, so that's what I'm going to aim for. And by aim for, I mean randomly roll a die.
Roll of 13. You're right on the cusp.
All right. Well, being flanked is not Ava's idea of a good time, so she's going to turn and full attack the one behind her that's threatening Lahan.
No.
12's probably not going to hit, but a 23 will probably get him for 15.
With the decrease in armor class from the charge, the 12 will hit.
Oh my lord.
Tell us how
Nice.
you end this ghoul's life, because you do.
Ooh.
Well, Ava turns around and just kind of says, "Not today." No, she doesn't do that.
Chops it in half.
She just kind of turns around and without saying anything, slashes twice through this thing, like once kind of down through the shoulder and then brings it back around and down through the other one, kind of just tearing it apart. But Lahan might notice just kind of like a flash of red in Ava's eye while she slays this thing.
Fine by me. I was scared to die. I appreciate you saving me.
I don't want to die.
But with that, the ghoul behind Ava is going to try and take advantage of her lapse in attention and is going to attempt to bite her twice. A 10 and a 13 will probably miss, though. And it's Jacinto's turn. Man, Roll20 hates me die roll-wise tonight.
Aha! Your loss is our gain. Tom, you might be muted.
You should stop making things with full attacking then, because full attacking with a low to hit is just awful, man. I know my summons shouldn't full attack either. Speaking of, an army appears, and Jacinto, because that was, of course, a second level summon creature, because I've gotten a taste of power jet and I can't relinquish it. It's a problem. So 3 fire elementals appear. Fire elementals? No, air elementals. Because they're fast and I want to go fast.
But the ghouls are covered in straw.
All right, fire elementals, fine.
Do what you think
Don't let
Jacinto
people
would
talk
do.
you out of your dreams.
No, you do you, man.
No, I said fire elemental first as well. So one appears over here, and it's going to be choose a side. Choose your character. It's a little fire spider, and it appears over there. And then another one. Yes, another one bamfs into existence.
We have rollable tokens now.
Yeah, I can
So
choose.
we can change sides on the summons, so I don't have to have a whole bunch of different tokens.
And a third one is going to appear. Jacinto is actually going to just have it appear next to him.
Save off
Choose
that one in the back.
side. Yeah, exactly. He needs a bodyguard. And then he sends Artanya. Let's see. Yeah, he's going to tell Artanya to go over here as a move action for the same reason. Right, because that's pretty far. It's hard without a grid. Ooh. He sends Artanya to flank his spider buddy, his fiery spider buddy. And then the spiders attack. So this one, man, you'd think I was like a drow mystic or something with all the spider stuff. There's the fiery red fire spider is going to attack the scarecrow that he has flanked with Finn. This is not a full attack. We are firing. It's a fire elemental. That's only an 11 versus 13 versus KAC because it's flanked.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely hit.
That's 6 points of bludgeoning and fire. Now the one to the south of that same exact one, which we're going to say is blue fire, is going to attack. It is not a full attack. It is a fire elemental. That is a 19 to hit for 8 points of damage. Also bludgeoning and fire.
your summons damn near killed it. If you could have put the other one on it, it probably would be dead.
I could have, but that felt like a little bit of overkill, and I wanted to have a buffer against these guys over here. Oh, you know what? This is an important question. Is Shadow Mist considered a combatant? Like, is that actually where Shadow Mist is, Nick?
Yeah, actually, I was just thinking about that myself.
Mm.
And Shadow Mist is, in fact, trained and acts on my turn, so I was thinking
Okay.
about ordering him over to back up your littles.
In that case, why don't I'm going to tell the fire elemental to go over there after all, and I'll same with Artania. I'll order Artania over there, and we'll have the battle of the summons and minions.
Yes.
Yeah, and Jacinto can also he'll move over a little bit to stay in range of Artania to command his forces.
Jacinto just leading an army of tiny spiders and a Shodalashu against ghoul scarecrows. I'm just picturing it's like a small soldiers moment is what I'm picturing.
I want fan art of this.
Life.
Oh man. If everybody got one request for fan art and it happened, I would want fan art of this. This is awesome. But yes, believe it or not, that is my entire turn.
Oh, you're within 30 feet of it now. It walks right up to you and tries to step on you with its clawed feet.
What? What? Look at all the bodies I put over there, though.
Yeah, but
good.
I got too close. I got too close. Oh, sure. You mother pronker.
Yeah.
I need you to make a fortitude save, by the way.
Oh. This you may be surprised to find out. This is also Jacinto's worst save. That is a 5 total.
Okay, so you take 8 slashing damage, and for 5 turns, Jacinto is paralyzed.
Oh.
Bummer. That's not good. Okay.
We'll put the little snail on Jacinto. And it's Finn's
5 turns.
Alright. Are both these ones next to me still alive?
Yes. The one in front of you that you punched last turn on your right is
It's almost dead.
Barely there.
Alright. I'm going to stay photon attuned. I'm going to do a full attack. I'm going to aim the first one at the almost dead one and the second one at the one behind me.
Okay.
A 21 and a 12. And
So
the second one goes up by a little bit because flanking.
You destroyed both of them. Feel free to describe how this happens.
My gauntlet is slowly gaining brightness. It's almost to peak brightness, but not quite. And I swing at the one I almost took down, finishing him off. I think you said last time that I had poked a hole in him somewhere. Was it his gut?
Yeah, you basically punched a hole through its torso, and it was starting to get ripped apart by the gravitational pull of your gauntlet.
Okay. Yeah, I just punch him in the torso again, just completely annihilating it. And then I spin around rather gracefully for being a big guy, but not like ballerina graceful. You know, like moderate graceful.
Football player graceful. Football player who's taken some ballet.
Exactly.
Andrews from Riverdale.
Spin around and look at the one that's being flanked by the fire elemental. And I take that one down by taking out its legs with a punch.
Okay. You and the fire elemental work together and you tabletop it, no? Okay, it's Lahan's turn. As the one that would go next is dead.
Oh, good. Lahan is going to move back into the doorway here. and take a shot at the one that's threatening Jacinto. I presume Jacinto made some sort of distressed noise.
He is paralyzed, so
Yeah.
maybe not.
You can only take mental actions, so Jacinto just kind of went like.
We're both telepathic though, aren't we?
You're telepathic. I don't think
Jacinto
Raxlocks
is not.
telepathic.
I mean,
Yeah,
Shadow Mist
not
was also
natively.
out there and probably
Yeah,
saw it.
Shadow Mist.
Oh,
could've
Shadow
said
Mist
you
and I are
something.
telepathic. Yeah, there we go. I get a
I got a
telepathic.
good
Oh no! From Shadow Mist outside and run back to the door to see what it is. See one of these pumpkin heads attacking Jacinto and take a shot at it. Jacinto paralyzed and all alone. This thing is gonna pay
Poor little
for its
plant buddy.
misdeeds. No one attacks my plant buddy. That's a 20 to hit for 15 electric and fire.
Wow, that sucks so bad.
And then I'm gonna have Shadow Mist, since I didn't order Shadow Mist to take any actions, he gets a move to come up on the other side of this pumpkin head. Actually, Shadow Mist will even come around next to Jacinto, providing the opportunity for the other little minions to flank. Take that, pumpkin head.
No. I would
That's it for me.
also. This is a thing I forgot to ask for, Tom. I need a second fortitude save.
No. What are you doing, us, Jet?
Okay. That's only a 12. Give me the news, Doc.
You feel a sudden fever coming on.
Oh. Do I have a spell gem for that? Alright. I accept my fate.
Cool.
Sucker. Saver sucks, man.
You can take
Alright.
purely
Yeah.
mental actions, though,
Yeah.
right?
He can take mental actions.
So you can cast message.
Yeah. You're assuming I have message. I don't.
We gotta get some mind link circlets for you, mother pronkers.
Level 12. Level 12 it won't matter. Or 11. Whenever it is we get mind link.
That one double moves up to there, running around to gang up on the tiny little paralyzed victim.
Oof.
And it's able
Bold of it to
to-
assume it'll get another turn.
Aha, I mean, it might not.
Well, Ava's just gonna attack, the one closest to her. 24 to hit for 18 damage.
Well, the
That one's
first one
dead.
super murders it.
Cool.
I assume you.
The second one
probably-
misses because it's puree.
Yeah. I assume you maybe do like you spin around and you come down with like a 45-degree downward strike and you just bisect it from shoulder to hip and just two meaty chunks and it's all cauterized, so it's not super messy.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it's its turn, but it's dead, so it just lays there and rots. And now it's Jacinto's turn. And you are you do get to make another saving throw to end the condition early.
Nice.
Oh, the paralyzed.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's nice. But before, because I imagine that happens at the end of my turn.
Yep.
You know who does get to act on my turn?
Tanya.
Summons.
All the
The
summons.
summons, Jet.
Can't stop
So,
you with paralysis.
You'd have to paralyze all of them.
no, don't stop me now. This guy's gonna
Having
move over
such a
here.
good time.
I am having such a good time, in spite of the fact that I'm paralyzed. So Red rushes out of the barn with a streak of fire, sensing its summoning call in distress, and then it will.
Oh, I
don't
damage
know
on
if
that
it-
attack wrong. The one that hit you.
What do you
was
mean?
a D6 short.
Oh, well, give me another D6.
Rude.
1 more point of damage.
Oh, well, thank goodness. So I think I've got to move them and attack them in... I can't move them all and then attack with them all. That seems weird. So red is going to attack. Not a full attack. It is a fire elemental. That is a mother pronking crit for 16 bludgeoning and fire.
You almost destroy this ghoul. Almost.
All right.
It's on fire.
Um,
It's fine. Ah!
I picture the spider like leaps up and sinks its flaming legs into its torso and is just burning its way inside its body.
Oh, yeah. Then green comes over and is going to attack. Actually, green will come over and attack. No. Green goes over and attacks the same one, trying to end it. 15 to hit for 5 bludgeoning and fire.
That ends it. So as this ghoul is reeling from a spider to the torso and it's leaning backwards, this other spider comes over and lays into its knees, effectively doing a flaming spider tabletop on this ghoul, killing it in the process.
Now Artania, because I, in spite of the fact that I'm not commanding him, does get to take a single move action on my turn.
Oh, you missed a spider.
So Artania will... yeah. Artania moves over there, and then the blue spider is going to come out of the barn, racing out of the barn to try and attack this guy, now with flanking.
I think that, doesn't it get an attack of opportunity because you did move through one of the squares that already threatened to get to that square?
Yes. Yes. Although I could have moved I would have moved Artania in such a way that he wouldn't provoke, so the fire elemental would provoke instead, if that's okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. That makes
And
sense.
actually, sadly, the movement of your companion happens at the end of your turn, so Artania technically can't move before the spider anyway.
Oh, I see. Thank you for letting me know that.
The spider is not currently, or the scarecrow is not currently being flanked upon. A 14 versus KAC versus.
Oh yeah, these are CR 1/3 summons, Jet. That's
Okay.
that's the secret. If you just take a single swing at them, these pronkers will go down.
So 8 damage,
Dead.
Pop. That's a dead summon.
and then Artania moves.
And then Artania moves over, desperately trying to aid his friend, but it's not gonna be in time.
Well, the scarecrow that paralyzed Jacinto. Oh, make your saving throw.
Yes.
You might not be paralyzed.
17.
You're not paralyzed. The scarecrow that did paralyze you tries to strike at you again. Let's just have it. Let's have it bite you.
Yeah.
25 will hit
Oh.
you
Sure will.
for 7 points of piercing damage and fortitude save.
Yeah, you're gonna make me spend a resolve point to get my stamina back. Here's a fortitude save for you.
Oh no!
It's a nat 1. I've got to stop fleam
And
talking.
you're paralyzed again for possibly 3 turns.
Oof.
All right.
Finn, it's your go.
Let's see. There's only the ones down there left, isn't there? Yep.
Of course, it's surrounded. But
It
you know,
is. It wants to eat the little morsel in front of it, though. It
Too
wants
bad.
a salad.
no salad.
It's at 35.
Might as well just double move to give Artania
Yeah.
flanking.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Oh, double moved right there.
You can't end in. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
It just was putting me on top of it on accident.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And it was its turn, so it gets an attack of opportunity again because it has its reaction back.
Go for it.
Probably will miss though, because 17.
Nah.
So you double move. Is that all you're doing?
Yep.
Okay, Lahan, you get to go. There's this lonely, incredibly wounded ghoul that just wants to eat your friend, your tiny, tiny friend.
Yeah. I'll use my move action to order Shadow Mist out of the way. Shadow Mist will run back behind me, so that I have a clear shot to that pumpkin head, and then I shoot it, hopefully in the head. Come on. 27 to hit for 9 electric and
you
fire.
Destroy this ghoul. And for anyone trying to imagine how Shadow Mist moves, if you ever have seen the movie The Relic, the creature in that movie has a lot of similarities to Shadow Mist's form.
I feel like I might have seen the relic.
I don't know if I did.
But that's this combat. You have defeated all the available enemies. They were not incredibly tough. They were just numerous. I mean, you guys have fought.
As that last one goes down, Lahan will run over
ghouls.
to Jacinto.
20.
Jacinto, are you all right? And make a medicine check to tell what's going on here. Since I know Jacinto can't tell me. 28?
Jacinto has a disease. It is ghoul fever.
Oh no, wait. We have antibiotics.
Oh, that's true.
I
Oh,
pull
what would
one of the
fortitude save
antibiotics
have been?
shots. Well, don't they help for recovering too?
Yes. In 24 hours, he will get
Okay.
a chance to make another save for it to go away. He only needs to make one save.
Well, I'm gonna jab Jacinto with the antibiotic, and then I'm going to take 10 minutes with my med kit to treat disease. And then I have a med kit. Every time the diseased creature attempts a saving throw against the disease, I get a medicine check. If my result exceeds the DC of the disease, Jacinto will get a +4. But it sounds like you don't get another one until tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow night, he will
Yeah,
get
so-
another...
Yeah,
This
it's probably safe to assume that Lahan will be around to then make the check. So when I make my fortitude save right before it, you
Does
can
the
make your
antibiotic give you a
medicine
new
check.
save right now?
I don't know.
Or Tom will be on that, I imagine, honestly.
Yeah, I'll look up the antibiotic.
It might. That sounds about right, honestly.
Well, it's gonna give you no, but it doesn't trigger a new one. But you do get 3 times the tier of our antibiotics to saving throws for a number of days equal to 2 times the antibiotics tier. So that'll keep working. So we just sort of started the process of healing you. And that takes 10 minutes, so you will not be paralyzed by the time Lahan is done patching you up.
Jacinto sort of like stretches and his flower sort of extends and then droops again and says,
"Take it easy."
That was awful.
You're gonna feel sort of yucky for a couple of days, but you're gonna be okay.
Okay. Thank you, Lahan. Is everybody else okay?
Yeah,
I think so.
I don't think they even scratched anyone else, did they?
No, I mean I've got a few cuts and scrapes from the last fight, but they weren't so bad. Should we look over the barn?
Check out this barn. Yeah, exactly what I was thinking.
By the way, you are on the physical disease track, and you are currently latent.
Okay.
just so you know.
I don't think I have plant immunities, but I do think I get a. I'm plant like, right? So I think
Probably have a bonus
think
versus
that would,
disease too.
yeah,
You have cleared out the
Alright.
barn, you have cleared out the
Oh.
farmhouse, and based on everything that you know between you and Ava, you have cleared out the field. And sort of,
Nice.
you guys have pretty strong suspicions that Aldrin's involved. That is a dead cow. Have any of you actually made recall knowledge checks on what these ghouls are? I know Lahan made.
Yeah,
You identified ghoul fever in Jacinto. You would know that if a creature dies and is infected with ghoul fever, it could rise as a ghoul. You might want to dismember the cow.
I don't know that.
I'm really sorry to walk this backwards. But in my fortitude save thing, it actually lists +4 bonus against disease because of antibiotics, which implies that we took this at one point, which tracks because I'm pretty sure we knew that we were going.
Yeah,
like
we
that.
got it specifically because of the ghoul fever
Yeah.
and injected ourselves before we came out.
So would
What
a
did you
16 have
fail?
made it? I've found the fortitude save.
It would have been
would
a
a
16 is
16
where you failed for the disease.
Yes, because that was the second fortitude save you had me make, and it was after a few people's turns.
Okay, a 16 would have made it. You don't have ghoul fever then.
Woo!
Ah,
Curses.
well, that's good.
Curses.
Jacinto still feels like fleeing, but
You have a little bit of
Not
you have a
as
little bit of
bad.
a fever, but it's natural, and it's just that they're dirty teeth and dirty claws.
yeah. Ugh.
Well, that cow might come back as a ghoul if we don't do something about it.
Oh well,
Hmm.
let's
All right. Well, Ava, you've got a big honking axe.
yeah, Ava,
chopping
your
it apart
new
to
weapon's
do it.
probably better suited. I could
I'm
punch you to
gonna
bits,
just
but
wait outside.
Ava does not wait
Yeah,
for you
that's
guys to
true.
get outside. She just takes a swing, starts hacking it up.
Yeah, I mean, all it would really take is you severing the head.
Mm.
So just one whack of the dashko, the head separates from the body. Some fluids don't even ooze out because
Would
it's
I-
a cauterized wound.
I want to switch the head.
What I said stands. Ava
Okay.
chops it up.
Ava dismembers the dead cow.
I want to switch
Uh,
the head.
And
Ew.
Finn punches
Why?
the cow head like Rocky punching a side of
Yes.
beef.
Pop. Yeah.
Well-
And would you as a group decide to continue on to Foxglove Manor, you think? Or would you want to try and rest here in this field of 20 dead bodies?
Pretty late.
I mean,
I
we've
don't
got
think-
the buggy. I could sleep in the driver's seat. We could put Lahan in the passenger seat, Ava in the back, and Jacinto could sleep on somebody's lap. Safe.
I mean,
We
yeah.
we could also. I think
Oh,
we should
jeez.
drive out a ways towards the manor, see if we can't find a better spot to curl up for the night. This place is spooky.
Yeah, no, I'd rather not stay right here.
So, moving. Oh, I need to go back. I don't know why I took us there. That was bad of me. So you guys go out into a field, or beyond these fields, like where you feel a little bit more secure, and you.
I'm
rest
sure
for the
Ava could
night.
rig us up some kind of shelter.
Yeah, you rest for the night, and in the morning you drive up on Foxglove Manor. And-
Bum
So,
bum bum.
Get all my spell slots back.
Either overnight or
Right.
while we're driving. Finn's gonna ask these guys' opinions on. So, the original message that I intercepted that made me suspicious of Foxglove in the first place mentioned getting a live sample of a biological agent. Ghouls don't have any sort of biological agents, do they? Do you think it could be connected to that?
Cinto's the expert on ghouls.
Well, I don't know. I mean, these ghouls don't seem like any ghouls that they don't seem like normal ghouls anyway. So it's possible that he's been infusing them with something. But then they also seem like they have technological bits in them.
That's true too. Could I roll an engineering or a medicine, maybe?
Yeah, you could have taken maybe a tissue sample.
Medicine then?
Judy in the background. She's a box robot.
Classic.
I'm gonna roll
Judy.
medicine.
Okay, yeah.
That's a 32.
Okay, so it looks like the disease that turns individuals into ghouls has sort of been bonded on a genetic level with some nano machines. Not too dissimilar from the machines used in UPBs, but obviously intended for medical purposes. This is not something you've seen before. Like you're looking into this, and you probably spend a couple hours over the evening with your engineering kit out and your medical kit out, and rig some equipment up to probably get the view that you would need. And you realize that this is something new and probably really bad.
Well, I wouldn't have been able to do it overnight because Finn didn't bring it up until the car ride the next morning.
Oh, I said either at night or during the car ride.
Oh, okay.
Because
Okay.
we probably wouldn't all ride together anyway, because you ride your horse.
Now there's a coherent story in my head.
Okay. So you spend a couple hours that night. You figure this out. This is new to your knowledge and probably incredibly dangerous. The blending of technology and diseases.
Finn is actually going to send you guys all the message he intercepted on you guys' comms. That way you guys can look at it. So this is actually what made him suspicious of Foxglove in the first place. He says that I'm also worried there might be something big in the manor. Because that's where the message said to get the biological agent from. So we might want to be prepared. I've been poking around and I haven't seen anything weird, but...
I know what a red mantis is.
Big place, probably.
Does
Right?
Lahan know what a red mantis
fairly
is?
big.
With a 23?
A 23 doesn't give you anything. You don't know what a red mantis is.
Could I also roll a culture check then?
Sure.
25, not much better.
No, not much better, but it is like the next tier. You have heard of red mantises in regards to contract killing, but you don't know anything beyond that.
Okay. Mm.
You don't know if that's a assassin.
Yeah, that's
multiple assassins.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like something Jacinto would even really bring up. It seems sort of implied by the note.
Like you might have heard it from a friend who's a conspiracy theorist, so you don't even know if you trust it.
By Arrakis, probably, my brother.
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm making that character decision for Arrakis.
So, for our listening humans, the message says, "My most subservient F. I hope the day finds you well. I have one last task for you. Return to your grandfather's manor, retrieve a live sample of the biological agent, and return it to me. Do this and your debts are cleared. Fail and a red mantis may just find its way to you. Toodles, X." I swear we don't have everybody. Not everybody can see. So.
Yeah. No. Good thinking.
And as you drive up
all right,
in the morning, because I know we're getting close to the end time. As you drive up in the morning, you come across on the vehicle's right are burned down walls of what was once a building. It's impossible to tell how many floors that this building had where it once stood. There's mostly just sooty, scorched stones of the foundation, and then to the east, there's a 4-foot wide stone well that's partially collapsed in the corner over here. And then beyond that is the house. And this is like an old, ancient, tall, rickety looking... Like, it was once a grand house. And it was built very tall and kind of narrow. And now it's kind of leaning. Think sort of like I want to say like a Victorian Disney witch's manor, if that makes sense. That's kind of what it looks like now, and it's perched on the top
Thinking,
of this cliff. Uh,
I'm thinking series of unfortunate events.
Maybe I
Mm-hmm.
haven't seen that in a very long time. And it doesn't look like it was made like this is not too dissimilar from the farmhouse in that it was made using like real wood. Maybe not a wood native to this moon, but real wood. Big stained glass. Like it was obviously like they were showing off their wealth and the fact that they could afford to maintain these materials that were imported and or not necessarily like it's not like Duracrete or other space age materials.
Wood is a status symbol.
Mhm.
Mm. Well, regression is in our nature as humans, it seems.
Sure.
And we can end it here, or we can maybe end it if you want to enter the building.
I like ending on walking up. That way we've got a nice intro at the beginning of next session.
Yeah.
Okay, so there
We
are
walk up to the house and it rises in front of us, all scary and spooky.
okay. Well, there are. Let me look and see what I need to see the name of something real quick. So there's that Y that splits, and then there's a door to the north and the south. You see, the one to the south is quite obviously the entrance to the building. The doors that are on the north kind of come out to a patio, and there's like a set of French doors, as though that's where people might come out in the middle of a party. They might come out there to sort of cool off or enjoy a refreshing beverage or something. They're closed over and you can't see through the doors. Um, and there's a couple boards maybe nailed across them. But which entrance should I put you at? Where would you like to pull up to?
The one closer to B6.
Okay, so you want to go to sort of like the parlor.
Yeah.
With the French doors. I will put you there, and we will stop. Lahan and Shadow Mist sort of slide to a little bit of a stop next to the exploration buggy as it stops facing those doors, and you all kind of get out of the buggy, and Lahan slides down from Shadow Mist's shoulder, and we sort of pause on you walking up the like 2 steps to the patio as you're sort of getting ready to maybe try and push open these doors. That's where we'll stop.
Nice.
All right.
Nice. Oh man.
Good session.
Yeah, very good session.
I finally got to tell you guys about the weird stuff about Foxglove. I've been waiting for
Yeah.
Yeah.
it.
I've been
That was
waiting.
very. Yeah, it was good to
I'm
have
proud of
Leif
me,
back
Jet.
as well.
I have not said anything that will let them have
know,
more
I've-
information than they should.
I've been trying very hard not to say anything that would out of game that would make you think that Foxglove Manor was like the Aldern Foxglove might be more than a creep.
Mm,
I mean, I suspected
he's a
it,
super creep.
but also
was-
I just met you guys and I wasn't gonna be like, hey, I'm tracking
Extra
a
super
cult.
creepy.
Thanks for joining us, Leif. Sorry we didn't get you in a little bit earlier. I'm super hoping that you can join us next week in this creepy haunted house.
Hoping,
Yeah.
hoping that too. It should be clear, but we'll see.
Fingers crossed that Leif does not disappear on us again. We have missed you.
By the way, Leif,
Fingers
Judy loves
and
your purple
eyes.
lighting.
What?
Judy
It's
wanted
it's
me
the
to
best
say,
color.
yeah, Judy wanted me to say that she loved the purple
Mm.
lighting in Leif's home.
Seconded.
Mine's got blue when I'm not trying to have good lights.
That's nice. So, we got anything going on this Sunday, Nick?
Did we run TFC last Sunday? We did just run TFC this last Sunday. So
We
this is
did.
an off Sunday. When we come back, not this Sunday, but the Sunday after that, our intrepid investigators will execute their their break-in at Diorama R&D to try and track down the remaining Hepadyne implants that are bad news.
Insert.
I won't tell you why they're bad news in
Insert
case you're
Kronk
not caught up,
sneaking
but they're
song here.
bad news.
And I feel bad because you guys got 2+1s this session and you didn't use them.
We used one. To
We
give
definitely
us
no.
any more healing.
We used one.
Okay.
We did.
I
Tom,
missed the
you
second
need to
one.
make a note
I
about.
would've encouraged.
Oh no, you made your save. You're not
Admittedly,
saving.
the second one was at the end of the session.
It was.
That
It
was towards the end when Shades was saying goodnight. So thank you, Shades, very much. But we did not get to it this
appreciate
time.
you.
Much
If we could
appreciated.
refund you your stream points, we would.
Hmm. So yeah,
All right. Well, next week we should be going into Foxglove Manor, which super appropriate considering it's the week of Halloween. If I'm remembering right off the top of my
Spooky.
head, yeah.
Yes, it is indeed.
Yeah,
That's a great
yeah,
question.
She's asking the stream what they're going to be for Halloween. Judy's our MC now.
Hmm.
yeah, we're kicking you out. We're
Yeah.
taking her instead.
Icebreaker
dressing up?
question
Are we
next
dressing
week.
up for the stream?
What do your characters dress up for Space Halloween?
We might.
I didn't buy a
Come
new
back
costume.
next week and see if we dress up for Halloween.
I do have old ones though. There's wigs in my background. I do own wigs.
Yeah,
I could do this thing. We should talk about this off air, though.
I have costume. I have costume. Come talk about it in Discord
Yes,
with us.
we're
Help us decide
gonna
if we should wear
bounce
costume.
to the general voice channel after this. We'll hang around if anyone wants to talk. It'll be fun. We'll talk about face paint or something. Next week, like I said, going into this spooky house. There have been lots of undead, so presumably there's going to be undead in this house. And
Doesn't sound like we're going.
please send us icebreakers. We've got a nice, lovely form. I believe it's on the feedback channel, correct?
It's also on the welcome channel. It's in
It's
both
also
places.
on the welcome channel. So multiple places you can find it. Feel free to submit them. It'll be a delight to get more because we've implied that we were scraping the bottom of the barrel before, but we gave ourselves a little bit of a cushion. Now we're really like fingertips on the paint at the bottom of the barrel.
The only dumb questions are the ones you don't ask, guys. Ask us anything.
We have a Discord. The link for that should be below on our Twitch stream if you're watching on Twitch. If you're listening via podcast, you could find our Twitch stream. I believe it's non-standard action at .twitch.tv or something along those lines.
Nonstandardaction.com, friend. Nonstandardaction.com.
There we go. Nice. Thank you for that. And thank you all for playing. And I think it's about time.
Thank you all for running.
You're very
I think we should all
welcome.
say
I did
goodbye
so much prep work for this
because
one.
it's about time for us
Goodbye, because it's about time
to
for
hit
us
the dusty trail.
Yeah.
to hit the dusty trail.